Hi there, welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenore, and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. So let's go ahead. We're going to pick this thing up. We're going to take a look. The first thing I see, a push pin right there. Put a pin in it, right? That's not the same kind of pin, I don't think. I don't know. I always picture like the sewing pins with the little dot thing at the end, the little nubbin at the end. Maybe that's the right thing. I've never looked up what kind of pin are they talking about, right? It must be, because when you put them into the pattern, it holds the pattern and the fabric together so you can sew it later. Right? Does that make sense? I don't know. Anyways, welcome to my brain. Welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Reading. We have a pin. So immediately, I feel like this is not about putting a pin in it in the common understanding of the way. But this is like a pin. We're going to hang up our accomplishments. Okay. I have a daughter. She's 5, right? And she brings home all the best art. She makes a lot of art here too. So I have a household full of art that is beautiful, amazing, and original. And I'm very lucky for that. I like to hang it up all over. I mean, it's her first gallery, right? And so when I see this, it makes me think of really celebrating everything that you can. Not the big things, not the graduations and the, big life milestones, the anniversaries, the weddings, the, big job opportunities, whatever. Those are all wonderful. And I'm not saying them like, I'm not saying it like that because I'm that cynical. But sometimes, man, we get lost in the pursuit of this stuff. That's so momentary, right? The wedding. Now, a wedding is a beautiful thing, okay? And if you can afford to do that and, you have people to populate your wedding, then heck yeah, do the thing. But the reality is it's a party. It's a party that surrounds a ritual. And it's a beautiful thing, but it's not everything. Right? It's not the relationship. It's not a good indicator of what a relationship will be like. It has its meaning. Okay. I'm not trying to come down on weddings, or any kind of ritual or ceremony, but when we can start to get really excited about things, I mean, the garbage has been taken out every day, nobody's been raising their voice in the house for the last few days. There hasn't been any meltdowns, you doodle a cool little picture, we put it up on the wall. These are the things. These are the things. This is the honey, babe. This is the gold of life. It's not always about the big, I got 50 roses for my, birthday or whatever, which cool. And if anybody's hearing this who wants to buy roses for my birthday, please, ones I can put in the ground. I want rose bushes. These are great things. These are great things. But the real great thing, the real beautiful thing, it's when the toilet paper gets replaced. It's when we go to sleep and you're not, in dread. You're not, worried about what you're facing tomorrow. You remember a day like that where you could go to bed and you thought, man, I did pretty dang good today. I met most of my goals. I didn't backslide too much. I didn't, tell anybody off. I didn't start a fight because I was bored. Nothing. you know, everything was just straight. It was just good, you know, and we forget that those are the most miraculous, beautiful blessings, wonders of the world. Okay. And so when I see this, I know I'm going in deep here with this one symbol. When I see this, it tells me, yeah, this is it. We're focusing on the little stuff, not the bad little stuff. We're not ruminating. No, we're not ruminating. We're looking at it with those rose-colored lenses. I don't care. We're coping. The world is burning down. We are coping. And we're looking at the stuff. We're happy about it. Maybe not happy. Maybe happy is a little bit of a, you know, we're good. We're at ease, babe. We're at ease. We're at ease. There we are. That's it. We're at ease. Okay. The things that are going right, they're going right. You know? I'll tell you my thing that really, it made my day. I was getting up. I was like, I'm so tired today. I don't want to get up and exercise. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I did. I got myself up. I was not in the best mood about it. I went to the kitchen, and usually I'll fill up my water container so I can get to start my process of drinking a whole lot of water for the day. And today I remembered when I got in the kitchen that I'd already set myself up. I already put my water in the fridge ready to go. You don't even know how appreciative, how happy. I mean, it's a little thing. It's like, okay, so I got to get a glass and I got to put it in the, let the little thing, the filter thing do its thing. And I'm standing there and I'm zoned out. It just made me happy. It made me at ease. It made me remind myself, I got this, dude, I got this. I'm up. I'm on my feet. Let's go. Like I was already ready. I was already rooting for you the night before. I was already on my own team, dude. And that's what it is. We're going to look for the little stuff. So if you want to share some of your little stuff that's like just, getting you in that place where you're feeling a little, no, I'm not saying good. Listen, all I'm saying fantastic. Although if you are, share your secrets, please. But I just, it's going to be the little stuff that really is going to save us. Okay. We have interesting. I don't know how to me it looks like it says like it looks like it's Xanax. I'm just gonna be real. XANXA, which is, shuffled. These would be. And what does that mean? It could also be like hex. HEX. To me, this is just oblivion. I mean, anything like that, any of that kind of stuff, the like real, just check on out. Like I'm just fully on I'm on the moon. I am Artemis upon the moon, just like, yeah. So to me, it's not about the actual thing. It's not about the thing. Let's get that. Actually, that's what I say to that and all of them kind of things. As an old and seasoned playa, you know what I mean? And recovered, thankfully, for the last over 10 years now, thankfully. But just oblivion, babe. That's what it is. Whenever I see anything like, even with the drink, you know what I mean? It's like oblivion. It's just, I just see you diving into something, trying to find the nothing, the ease, the let up, right? Now, here's the deal. I don't think this is you. Now, it might be you, and I'm not judging. I just shared with you. I absolutely, fully a downer, like just on downers for, you know, you might be thinking, oh, she dabbled in college. No, like over a decade. Also came from that household. My household was all that stuff. Opiates and all that stuff. Benzos, all this stuff. My first almost 30 years of my life fully immersed in that world. Okay. No judgment ever. Absolutely not. I am a little bit like militant about it in my personal life, only because if you've ever known anybody that's like gotten away from that world or any of those kinds of worlds, you have to be. You know what I mean? Now, still no judgment though. Okay, so I just want to make that clear. I will say, I love you. You deserve everything in life. And that stuff is not it. Any of it. And I'm not talking about people who are using it medically, although, whatever. I have no opinion beyond I support you. I support everybody. I love you. We all have to make our own decisions. But this one is definitely that feeling of I want an exit here. Not the permanent, you know what I mean? But this is like all too much. I need something to survive it, or at least face it, or walk past it without having to look at it. You know what I mean? Like you let me get my blinders on. Let me get numbed out here. I just don't think it's you. Now it could be you though. And I'm not pointing fingers, but it could be that you really are like, this isn't me. I'm not, and then it'll come, the awareness will come, but, it feels like it's a family thing. I mean, that's what it feels like. Oddly feels almost like a family that will not admit that there's addiction, and it's probably like almost like more high functioning. But there's somebody in your family that's like a crash out, like just cannot handle, you know what I mean? So I feel like this is like, it's starting to get to a point where it's like, you can't ignore this. You know what I mean? Like, we can make excuses and we can, whatever it is, help them, try to enable them. I mean, it's really what it comes down to. It's enabling, right? But I think for you, there's just kind of this real clarity of like, this is not tenable for anybody. And it's actually really dangerous. And, it's beginning to kind of roll up the edges of a whole other wealth of conversations that need to happen. So that's a lot. That's like a can of worms that has been, not the whole top has not been ripped off and thrown. You know what I mean? But it's like it's been lifted, and it's like, do we look in there further or not? And I think that for you, it's like there's not a question. You don't even have a question. It's like, you're here to do the work. You wouldn't be on my channel if you weren't. Not that I'm anything special, but what I truly believe this, we find each other. We find it. And beyond the algorithm and all of the other, that stuff, we find each other. Okay. You know, I was talking to my husband the other day. You guys might know him over at Dove and Serpent Tarot. His name is Paul. He's great. Go check him out if you haven't already. But in real life, he's not like an antisocial person, but he just doesn't like, I don't know. He's not like a dude that has friends. You know what I mean? Like, he's like family and close, and that's about as far as it goes, right? And yeah, you know, we talk to people and stuff, and we have like things that we're involved in, but I don't know what it is about, like, you know, I think it's just because I talk how I talk here. I mean, that's the big thing. But people tell me, I mean, really what you would consider, like, looking at somebody, a very normal, regular, blue collar, white collar, whatever, professional, reputable, whatever, people will tell me the wildest things about their lives, their beliefs, their experiences, and you know, I don't know what it is, but I forgot where I was even going with that one. I don't know, but I feel like I feel like for how this feels to me is that you're in a place where it's like, there is a truth about the reason that you're here, and you know exactly, maybe not exactly what your true will is or your work is here, exactly like refined and defined and, you know, all that. But you know that it is something more than just the trivialities of the material world, right? You know this, I know this. We're here. Oh, yes. Bringing in like people. That's why you're here. Because we're like people in some way, right? Or you have something that you're going to say in the comments that I need to see, or I've said something that you need to hear, or you agree with, or I just said the words that you've been trying to say, or whatever it is, right? This is not going to be an easy one. In fact, this is going to begin a cycle of some really intense family dynamics and probably generational trauma. Welcome to the circus. You are loved. Yeah. Which, you know, this is what we're here for. I feel like a lot of us are doing this work. And when we are faced with more and more of it, yeah, you're like, oh, I got it worked out. And then it never stops. It don't stop. Don't stop, won't stop. All right, here we go. Number three, we also have the number 22. 22. All right. So there is a child. I almost wonder if you're a grandparent that's going to be watching like your kids during the summer, or maybe you're on a journey like I am, where I'm going to start homeschooling my daughter. It feels like there's going to be a kid around you hanging out. It might be work. It might be maybe you're fostering. Maybe you're having a new child, or a child that is going to be home for the summer, or I don't know exactly. Here's the deal. It feels like this is going to be a time of great magic, imagination, make-believe, the ability to shed some of that adult stuff, the responsibility, the worry. It's not the responsibility, it's the worry, right, about the responsibility. Shedding some of that. Just immersing yourself. Now, I have a person here with all this, it's almost like emanations off the top of their head, right? And these are manifestations of what, I don't know, frequency, energy, aura, thought forms, concepts, abstracts forming into something, right? And so I feel like you're going to have a creative renaissance here. You have a lot of stuff in you, right, that is looking for sublimation. What is that? In this context, sublimation means we take things from within ourselves and we create with them. Right? Very angry. I've been heartbroken. I'm going to write a country song. I'm heartbroken. I'm angry. I'm going to, write a punk rock song or whatever. These are very general sweeping things, but, you know what I am? I'm dreamy. I'm in love. I'm going to write a dream pop song. A shoegazy dream pop song. Maybe a little bit of trip hop in there as well. So we also have up here the letter A. And I keep feeling like there's, with the X, I feel like there is an Alex. An Alex, an Alexandra, Alexandria. Somebody with a name like this. But there's a unification with this child. There is a sense of being heart to heart, of you giving them attention, listening. They are growing. They are flourishing. There is a shared symbiosis here, and in your own self-evolution accelerated through play, through make-believe, through letting go of some of the stress, letting go of some of the worry, right? And giving yourself the space that, a child would need to be able to explore and create and try things out and fail and make messes and, and then learn, how do we work with all this? How do we fix it? How do we accept our failures? How do we learn from them? How do we clean up our messes? All the things. So I feel like as you go on this journey, there might be a little bit of a I don't know what I'm going to do. This is going to be a lot. And as you enter it, there is a sense of, I forgot what this is all like. I forgot how special this is. I forgot what life is here, right? And existing within that kind of naive space. I mean, that's ultimate potential. So we also have the letter W and the number 3. And it looks like we have 7s. A lot of 7s coming up in your life right now. I want to ask the cards about that, actually. We're going to ask the cards. What are all these 7s about? What does this have to do with? I know that we have some luck filling in. We have a sense of purpose, a sense of closeness growing, and also really an energy of creativity. Okay, so we have the beloved. That's there's nothing beyond that I need to see. I've pulled this card twice today, and once for my own personal reading, and every time I see it, I get teary-eyed. For me, this is the ultimate expression of being in unification with the anima or animus. Okay, so this is the beloved, the guardian angel. This is our partner. This is our not necessarily in real life. I'm not saying like your spouse or somebody you're dating or you live with or you've created life with or whatever. It could be them in some ways, or it could be them completely. I don't know. Maybe you're like a total wizard and you like just pulled that beloved through and you found him a body and my goodness, send me the recipe. No, I'm kidding. But you know what I mean? Like, in fragments, right? And that's how it usually works. That's how it often works. But when this card comes up, there's like a swelling of the heart. Like your lips are sensitive and tingly, and your eyes are full. They're just full of stars, right? And there is an excitement, a frenzy rising. There is a sense of power in this as well. Yeah. Okay, so we have the Four of Swords. Yeah. So all of this makes sense to me. So we have this just intense belovedness. We have the Four of Swords. So coming into a place where you can put some of the trouble, the worry, that nagging thing, maybe not totally dispel it, but put it at ease, right? I'm going to be proactive. I'm going to get this stuff done so I don't have to worry about it so much. Or, maybe I schedule it. I'm going to deal with this next Tuesday or whatever. And so I allow myself this space, right? Whatever it is coming into an ease to some degree. Now, we have the Princess of Discs. Okay, so the Princess of Discs is obviously the earth element, with those discs, but it's also, as you can see in the card, she is pregnant. Okay, her belly is swollen with life, and potential. This is that sublimation coming to a place where it's ready to be birthed, right? So those passions, those hurts, those amazements, those whatever it is, right? They are ready for you to do something with them. And I see that really happening. Okay. One last one. So we have the Two of Wands. So you're coming in. You are like standing on all 10 toes here. You know what I mean? Not in conflict, just in this is my life and I'm going to live it. I'm showing up in my own life. I'm present in my life. You know what I mean? And yeah. And here's the other thing, man. I just feel like there's this a settling of wanting. Okay, what does that mean? Like, you know how so often we live in this life where we're always like finding reasons we have to work on ourselves, or we want for something, like, I've met my goal, but now I need more, and I need to make more, and I need to buy more, and it needs to be perfecter and prettier, and all the dishes have to match, and all the furniture has to go together. And you're putting more money into it, and you have a vision, and that's great, and whatever. But what? You know what I mean? At some point, it's like, when is it enough? When did my attention, my values, my, what I prioritize, where I put my time and efforts, when did that shift? When did I go from being able to exist and be excited to explore the world to I have to change myself so I can be a part of this world in a way that makes sense? And why are we never in the alignment where we can just let that be at ease? Psychological warfare. That's the answer. There you go. I don't just mean like right now acute. I mean just endless generations of social conditioning, right? And it's all about having to buy stuff, man. That's what it comes. If you don't love yourself, which is a revolutionary act, an act of great rebellion, And you got to change, and you got to have the books, and you got to have the stuff, and you got to do the this and the that, and you need everybody's advice and opinions about things, which, listen, we all do. I'm just as guilty as anybody else. We'll never rest. Maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we shouldn't keep moving. Shouldn't quit moving. Maybe we need to be moving. But man, you know what the cure for all of that is? I don't know. I don't know. But I know there are reprieves. And you know what? You find that in creating. You find that in living and creating an environment to live in where creativity is at the top of the priorities. Right? Not maybe the tippy top, but, way up there. Not let's take a class and we'll learn how to paint and we'll go do this thing like once a month or whatever. Babe, every day we need to be looking at art. We need to be experiencing art, music, literature, poetry, people's beautifully designed things, the elegance of coding, or whatever the heck, whatever the heck it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, immersing and then starting to do it yourself. You don't have to mimic anybody. You could be doodling. You could be painting rocks and putting them in the pot. Whatever it is. Braiding grass. Keeping journals, making cards. I don't know. I can name. How about we play a game? Let's sit here and name all the crafty crafts we can think of. But whatever it is, that is how we combat that pit, that chasm that we didn't ask for, we did not sign up for, but has been meticulously bestowed upon us, right? For whatever reason. I don't know why exactly, besides, in my most cynical, materialist part of my mind, it's all about money, and whatever. But on a higher level, I think, we're going through collectively that Saturnine process of finding chunks of heavy metals in our fields, right? The prima materia, our psyches, if they were a field and you're out there cleaning it out and you're finding these big chunks of just like radioactive stuff, and it's not fun. It's not a great experience, but we have to do it. We have to get that thing cleaned out so we can start planting. It's getting on. You know what I'm saying? We better hurry up. We got to get moving, So anyways, do we do lucky numbers? I don't know. Let's do some lucky numbers. 55. 10. 23. All right. Okay, you guys, I love you. Thank you so much for being here with me. If you want to subscribe or leave a comment, that'd be great. All right. I love you. Bye.